Welcome back to the Hot Slice. I am creative director Josh Cowan. Along with me today, the executive editor, live from the Pizza Today office, Denise Greer. Look at you in the office, Denise.
I know. Look, I'm in the Pizza Today conference room, guys.
Yes.
This is where,
which is also known as our update show.
Yes, you'll know this
studio.
background. It's our update show background. So there's a lot of echo happening. So throughout this video, you're going to hear a little bit of echo from my office. But yeah, so I am in the Pizza Today office at least for a few minutes.
The lighting's good. The lighting's really good.
I know the lighting is so much better than my office at my house. So I'm really excited. We got those
big windows, natural lighting. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, so Pizza Today, we're right here.
To fill everybody in, we're kind of slowly getting back into the office over the summer, and then I think maybe after Labor Day we kind of maybe going full steam ahead. But it's a mixed bag. I love being at home, but I also like seeing people every once in a while as well. So when this first started, I was like, I want to be at the office. I can't be here. And now it's the other way around. So
my dog loves me being home. I'm just going to say that. The dogs win in this scenario.
Yeah, but whatever you get used to.
But the big thing I think that we can all be excited about is as we shift back to, I hate the word new normal, but as we shift forward to the
post-pandemic,
reality that we're shifting to, things are opening back up, full steam ahead. Expo, we are so excited. People are so excited for Pizza Expo. I'm excited for Pizza Expo. I'm already looking at stuff that I want to see, and I'm already taking notes on the sessions that I want to go to at the show. And so we're just jazzing up for Pizza Expo here at the office.
More than anything for me, I'm just ready to get through this expo and on to the next expo, because I have designed marketing materials for this expo 4 times. So I'm so ready to get past this one and on to the next one. But no, I'm really looking forward to Expo,
canceled, delayed,
yeah,
canceled.
It's gonna be a special one. It's gonna be one like any other, unlike any other, because everybody's gonna see each other for the first time in a couple of years, and it's gonna be a very special expo. And our guest today started out, before he started his pizzeria, went to 2 pizza expos before he even started his pizzeria. Tom Iannucci from Kauai. So yeah, he grew up in Long Island, moved to Hawaii, and eventually started his own pizzeria there. I think it was called Pietro's Pizzeria. So yeah, this guy's got an interesting story. It was great to hear it, and he said some many kind things about Pizza Today and Pizza Expo, and we're very very happy to hear those things.
And the best part is the whole idea of what is pizza to everyone. That's a big part of our discussion, is talking about what is pizza. And I love that, because I grew up in an area of the country that, didn't have what people would consider great pizza. Right. I wasn't in New York. I wasn't in San Francisco. I was in East Central Indiana, which is known for its Chicago thin tavern style cut into squares. That's what we lived off of. So the whole idea of what is pizza, let's have a great discussion on what is pizza.
All right, enjoy.
Performance Food Service is proud to deliver high-quality products, innovative technology, and custom operational solutions to restaurants of all sizes across the country. The flagship division of Performance Food Group, with deep roots in the restaurant industry, Performance Food Service has been the exclusive distributor of the Roma family of brands for more than 65 years. This signature relationship has allowed Performance Food Service to become a leader in the pizza and Italian segment of food service nationwide.
With extraordinary pizza cheese comes extraordinary rewards. Only Baccio Exceptional Italian Pizza Cheese offers the Gold Club Rewards program with monthly cash back on every cheese purchase. Members also receive funds twice per year for use in their exclusive marketing store. It's their way of saying grazie to customers. Schedule a demonstration at bacciocheese.com/hotslice to discover how rewarding Baccio Exceptional Italian Pizza Cheese can be. Pizza is your legacy. Build it with Baccio.
First of all, it's how's things going in Hawaii right now?
Yeah, we're a different entity here, so it's going good. They opened the island back up finally. A lot of fear initially. because we're such a multinational transient place, and they put up a lot of things initially with the COVID. And it killed the business world. I mean, half of our restaurants and businesses. So the whole process of reopening, what that means, how that works, all that stuff, it's just been a challenge. But we're coming back online. It's happening, and people are coming in droves, and so much so that they're not reserving cars, and they're showing up, and there's no cars.
No cars anywhere. Anywhere.
No cars.
Yeah.
People,
keep hearing that.
It's
I'm
a
just
bad
gonna
thing.
fly with my bicycle.
But
And we don't have mass transit. It's not,
My parents
You're out
were
of
like
luck.
booking a trip to South Carolina. They were just going to get a rental car in August, and it was $900 for like 3 days. I was like, we'll just drive.
exactly.
People are gonna have to remember that for Vegas in August, that rental cars are gonna be few and far between.
The beauty of Vegas is you're in that zone. You can
You're
walk. But
all right there.
Not Hawaii. Not my island. I'm the northernmost island, Kauai. It's beautiful. It's tropical. We have a horseshoe-shaped road system. That's it. 2 lanes, and
Oh wow.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
And do you have a walk-up window at your place?
Well, yeah, I did.
Okay.
I don't have any, walkway. I had a walk-up window across from the beach,
Mhm.
New York style, and then inside was Neapolitan.
So you've kind of shifted and you're doing a little different things. You've kind of left the business and are helping out other people. Can you talk a little bit about kind of where you're at in the industry? Because you're also, trying to create your own styles at home.
Yeah. So I started out of desperation. I have this similar story to so many guys who leave New York, and you think, when I leave this border called New York, or this New York City, Long Island place, that all pizza is exactly the same. And when you're in Peoria, Illinois, and it says New York pizza, you get New York pizza, and was not true. So transitioning to Hawaii, I started just for myself. I told my wife, look, I love you. I love the island. It's beautiful, but I can't eat this pizza. And I'll just learn to make my own. And pre-internet, I can't tell you the struggles. I can't tell you the mindset of 1980, 2020. I cannot tell you the complete reversal mindset of the guys in the industry who were not willing to share or help, or you reach out to them and they're like, hey, get out of here.
Night and day difference.
F you. And no internet, no nothing. I'm in a tropical island. Italian style food is not your grocery store regular mainstays. It's very Asian, and trying to get product and help, and it's brutal. But
It'd be super expensive, right, to get the product that you want.
super expensive.
Food costs. That's all I think about in Hawaii is food costs.
So I won't name the product, but a case of tomatoes that say you can get in Long Island for $22. There's 42 over here.
Mm-hmm.
They both come out of California. One's on a truck, one's on a boat, and it's just, it's the first time I opened up and I was trying to get Caputo 00 flour. I was quoted $82 for a 50-pound bag. And I'm like, you're nuts, So I started shipping it in myself from LA. I mean, the Orlando guys were cool to help me. Say, order from here. And I would back my pickup truck up at the pier, and just my truck would go, I had this little Toyota and I got all this flour on the back. And, there's so in a long story short, I spent years and years just honing pizza for myself in my driveway, in my house, and it morphed as I had 3 kids that went through high school, and the football team, and all the kids, and the dance team, and then Facebook came out and all that. It became very popular, where I would be in the store and people would kind of be upset. Hey, how come you don't invite me at your house for pizza? When can I come? I'm like, I'm just making it for myself. But on my 50th birthday, I was getting Pizza Today magazine, and my wife was like, what do you want for your 50th birthday? What's the special thing you want to do? And I said, I want to go to the International Pizza Expo. And she said, are you serious? I said, oh, absolutely, man. That's just what I want to do, you know. And I I went to Vegas. I went to the Expo, and that was 2002. And,
what was your first impression of that?
well, she's like, well, how is it? And I'm like, it's like I found my lost tribe. Everybody's speaking my language, you know, and it was an instant brotherhood. And I was apprehensive because there wasn't a friendly atmosphere throughout the years. And the internet had come, and Pizza Expo, Pizza Magazine, and it was like a family. It was so good. I met Pete LaChapelle, Long Island boy, you know, and he introduced me to Albert Grande, another guy like me. And that was it. That was the start of the family. I've been back every year.
And speaking of sharing, that's, you know, I've been going since 2007. I can't think of a world where pizza people aren't sharing ideas and around with each other, because that's all you do at Pizza Expo.
It's a one, you know, I learned so much. And so I went before I owned the pizzeria. I was just, call me a pizza geek or whatever. I'm just like into dough fermentation. I'm laying in bed at night reading the magazine with a highlighter, you know, and I just wanted to personally learn. And there was always the possibility that I might go commercial, but just to learn. And I met so many people. I sat in so many valuable, good class. There's so much good stuff at the Pizza Expo. You know, people, I don't know if people don't go or haven't gone, but boy, I mean, there's just so much. I've sat in about 1,000 Tony Gemignani class. I should get like an honorary student thing. You know, I've been to so many classes.
You got a master's degree from Tony.
Master's degree,
Pizza Crust Boot Camp guys, you know, the Dough Doctor, Tom Lehman, and, you know, Mike Bausch, Mark Dim, just all these different people. And I'm just that guy, and right, you know. So when I opened my pizzeria, boy, it was beneficial. So beneficial to be able to have specific questions and ideas, having learned certain things, certain classes to sit in on, you know, having a panel.
Have a person to call. Yeah.
You know, there were so many people willing to help out, you know, and to glean, you know, here's your panel with John Arena, you know, this person and, you know, that person. And they're just got years of information. You're like, wow. You know, I mean, anybody that's opened a pizzeria, I would recommend before just to go to Pizza Expo. And just the connection, you know, so I went to Italy and studied with Enzo Coccia because, you know, I wanted to do New York. New York, I had fairly well. You know, it took many, many years. And Mark Bello with Pizza Casa, which is the New York City Pizza School, I spent time with him. He helped me perfect that. I was confident with that, but I really wanted to do Neapolitan. My family was from Naples, and I called Pete. I said, hey, Pete, you know, I'm thinking about going to this guy. Someone's telling me I need to go to this guy. And, you know, what do you think? And he's like, call Jonathan Goldsmith, call Roberto, you know, Caporuscio, talk to these two guys. And these guys willingly were just giving me information and options. And, you know, later on, I mean, the family, that network, they didn't know me, but they were willing to talk to me. Then later on, developing friendships with them. And I spent the day with Roberto in Georgia, learning from them. Jonathan was in Kauai visiting, and he's like, hey, Pizza Expo, you know, we're doing, and he can't just visit. He's, look at this recipe, try this, you know. And it was really good. And we had that bond of being cursed out by Enzo Coccia during training. And, but he said, hey, I'm going to be at John Arena's, and John's going to be there, Tony Gemignani, me. Why don't you come down? And I was intimidated as all get out. I'm like, yeah, this is like the Led Zeppelin of pizza. I'm not, you know. And again, John Arena and these guys just readily, you know, embraced me. And I met Johnny Cesarano, who I called up and said, hey, I'd like to tweak my New York. And I spent about a week with him and his dad. And his dad is a gem. His dad is this old school guy, and no measuring, everything. Chiro, how much is this? It's about this much, you know. And Johnny's behind him, 17 ounces. You know?
Yes, exactly.
But the beauty of this family, and it comes back to Pizza Expo Pizza today. You know, I wouldn't have been as successful. I went from a driveway house pizza, you know, pop-up thing with friends and family to you know, $2 million operations. You know, and, just got it's being in Hawaii, being in a international destination location. It's a whole different ballgame than a neighborhood pizzeria. Yeah. Besides the supplies and everything, everybody has a different idea of what pizza should be. And everybody's like, well, I want it like this, I want it like that. It's like, we had to introduce brick oven pizza, you know, Neapolitan pizza to the island. They didn't have it. They didn't know it. It was a process, and they loved it. Real New York pizza, good New York slice, same thing. We had to introduce it.
What year did you introduce Neapolitan to the island? What year?
I would say this was 2015.
Okay.
14, 15, 15 New York, at the end of 15 Neapolitan. So I did it in phases. And I didn't, when I opened the Neapolitan, I only opened Friday, Saturday night. And then as that took off, I went to Thursday, and then to Wednesday, and I slowly went backwards. Now I get phone calls. When are you going to open again? When are you going to open again? There's a big difference between personal and business in the pizza making world. Just what pizza has become today and what it was previously. I love it. It's a great thing. I love what happens. I was very narrow-minded, small-minded as far as what pizza. I'm from New York. We don't do this. We don't do that. Pizza Expo, Mark Dim. I'll never forget this. He's like, you guys don't want to put this on your pizza. You don't want to put that on your pizza. Well, let me tell you something. The guy down the block is going to do it, and they're going to go to him. And I'm like, wow, you know, this isn't a personal, you know, you're in business and you have to. So.
That's something I'm interested in, is how you had to adapt topping combinations on the island for all the different, because you're probably getting tourists from Southeast Asia and the United States and Mexico and Canada and just all over the world. So how are you adapting those different topping combinations?
I wasn't that good because
I mean, it's overwhelming thinking about it, actually.
It's overwhelming. So locally Hawaiian stuff. Like, I wouldn't touch a pineapple on a pizza with a 10-foot pole. I would never do it. I wouldn't even think. It's shocking. I was afraid the pizza mafia would come out of the woods and beat me one day. You know, I'm like, oh my God. But the number one seller is the Hawaiian pizza made by some guy in Canada who came up with, you know, the Hawaiians don't put pizza in, they don't put pineapples and ham on anything, let alone on a pizza, but some guy coined it, and that's the stereotype. I hate sticking my hands in the pineapple.
You know, Jeremy just called an end to the pineapple debate in our most recent issue of the magazine. So I think you're going to have to take up a debate with our editor-in-chief, Jeremy White. It'll be exciting to see.
Here's what I think today. Growing up as a kid in Long Island, there wasn't New York pizza. It was pizza. It was Neapolitan. There was always some chubby little chef guy with a hat as a logo and pinching his cheek, and you know, and red ink on a thin box that, you know, stuck to the top if you had multiple, and that was it. And there was only so many toppings. what I have thought pizza is, and what I see today is it is beyond the borders of what it was. It's the cat is up, the bag is open. Pizza is far and wide an international cuisine dish, and there's no wrong way to make it.
Yeah, you take a look at the non-traditional division at International Pizza Expo, and you see everything that's there. It's there's no rules anymore. It's all
no. And
yeah,
you look at, you know, if you go to Singapore or Vietnam or the UAE, you know, the pizza is completely different there, and a lot of that has come over, and we are starting to see that a little bit on our styles in America. So it's unique and different, and a lot of people are like, wow, and then they try it and they're like, wow, I never would have thought about doing this or this or this. So it's pretty amazing to watch.
Yeah. So don't tell anybody, but okay, wow, it's pretty good, you know. And really, you know, who's to say? And this is my beef always, is that who's to say what good pizza is? Who's the judge? And I think the Yelp and things where it went from, hey, tell me good places to go, recommend me, to rating. And all of a sudden, everybody's a critic, and everybody's an expert, and everybody's like killing guys. And, you know, yeah, there's good pizza and bad pizza, but in general, you don't have to be a New York Italian in the New York City area to be a pizza guy. You know what I mean? Maybe back in the day. But today, who's to say this guy in Peoria or Conneaut, Ohio, who's got a little pizzeria in his neighborhood, and he's doing it from the heart, and people are coming, and his neighborhood loves his pizza. Who's to say that pizza is not good? Yeah. Who are you to judge this guy from the heart? And I used to do that. I was a critic, and I don't. I'm just like, wow. Yeah, that's not the way I enjoy pizza. But these kids are growing up at the neighborhood pizza. Yeah. They're going to have their fun. They're going to have their memories about this pizza. It's good to them.
Sensory.
Right. So don't go and say it's bad. You can say it's different from what I have. And I've had pizza all over the world. And I've had stuff that, you know, I had tuna corn pizza in Japan. I almost fell off my chair. And I think my worst pizza was in Morocco at a little Moroccan tea bar, and it said pizza. And it took me many, many years to get smart enough to realize that you're not going to like this, but they bring out a piece of naan bread with ketchup and cheese on it. And I took a bite out. Oh my God. Wow. You know, but
they probably love it.
Yeah. You know, I like the community of pizza. I like the art of pizza, as Tony would say, the craft of pizza. I like the family. I like the product and its versatility. There was a young kid in my restaurant, and they love in Hawaii. So I adapted a lot of Hawaiian style. Kalua pig, Portuguese sausage. They love this salami. What is it called? It's Guteberg. They say Goteberg. And I added those toppings on, and the local people loved it. I had a young kid, and they loved the raw fish, the poke. And he diced up avocados. He put a sesame seed oil, diced up avocados, put the poke on after he cooked, drizzled it, and it's fantastic. Is it pizza? I guess it is. You know, I'm not gonna be that guy,
But even like, you know, your locals are going to like that, but you know, your tourists are going to come and they're, you know, they're looking for something a little different than a pepperoni. So yeah, they're going to try that. Okay. Pizza as well. So.
And they want, you know, there were people, I mean, India, Asia, Middle East, Europe, South America. I mean, they just come. And there were this, you know, group of people who were more vegetarians, and they would be like, can we get half no sauce and half this and just, you know, you have to make these specialty pizzas. I had one woman that wanted one slice different from the whole rest of the pizza. And I got 2 chopsticks, and I laid them out on the pizza, and I dressed the whole pizza, and then I filled in the chopsticks. But it's a very difficult, especially when you slam it on a Friday night, and you're doing 200 pizzas, and one guy wants you to stop the machine. Can I get that with only 1/4 sauce and no cheese on this one, but cheese on this? and they get upset. They
Yeah.
get upset, you know. Yeah, I like doing it at home. I like doing it for friends and family.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm making. They're happy to get it. And, you know, I can be more experimental and expertise. But a business is a business. It's got to go. It's, you know, you got to keep that machine going. And yeah, it's tough. It's tough to do. But Hawaii is evolving. We've got some more good pizza makers, guys coming online. So it's getting there. So.
And you're trying to help other people kind of get online and launch.
Yeah.
You know, how are you helping them, and you know, where are you going with that?
I got a little, you know, group of people who've asked me to help, and because no one would help me, I'm very generous in helping others. And there's guys on the island. There's certain people in certain situations I wouldn't do because it would be direct competition. But there's other guys that are further away, or other islands, or in California, and they're like, "Listen, I want to do this, and I don't understand, and I'd like to know." And yeah, bro, here, you know, and do videos, and sit there and show these guys. And I had some great people help, guys I paid, and guys that came over on their own. Michele D'Amelio, Mario Vallara, Pepe Miele with VPN. Johnny Ches never came, allowed me. So I'm trying to give back. People are offering me money. I'm not, you know, I don't know about that. You know, I just like, if I can help you, I can, you know. But there's a few pizzerias. There's one in California that's just taken off. It's doing great. It's fun to watch that. You know, and he has the energy. I don't have the energy anymore, but he's got the energy and the zeal, and they're doing well. It's good to see these recipes that I've learned and perfected, and you know, from all these different people, with the roots back to Pizza Expo, that I can share that and help others. So it's just kind of a loose thing, a kind of a loose thing I'm doing. I'm open right now. I have a lot of offers. I'm not jumping. I've gotten wisdom. I've learned a lot of good things about business and pizza and the business of pizza. And I'm trying to be smart. And, you know, I'm a pastor. I do a lot of praying. So, okay, Lord, you show me when to go. I'm not running out in front of you again. You know, just let me, you know, walk this out. But I just love it. I just picked up 2 double-deck ovens from Candlestick Park. My buddy had them. He's like, these came out of Candlestick Park. I'm not using them. You want them? They're in my driveway right now.
Oh, wow.
They're sitting right by my car, my garage. And I got those 2, and I got a brick oven, portable brick oven. I got a little outdoor kitchen. And I'm busting pizzas and just having fun, giving them to the kids in the neighborhood. I'll take the mobile oven, go to the park where the homeless people are, busting pizzas. You know, just Enzo Coach, on my last day of training, he said something that stuck with me always. Practicare, practicare, practicare. Or you waste your money, you know. Practice, practice, practice. Or all this money you just spent is useless. And so I'm always in there. I'm doing dough fermentation. I'm experimenting. I'm reading the magazine, seeing what people are doing. And, you know, I'm just out there. Trying to be productive. When I left my business, I had an Instagram account with almost 2,000 followers. They got that, and I'm starting again and just building. So I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the pizza world. I'm enjoying meeting people, and there's so many great people out there. There's just so much going on. You know, so yeah, I just stay in
laying low a little bit, patient. Plot the next move.
Right. If I get a chance, so my class reunion is coming up. So it's the same week as the Pizza Expo, and this is my big.
Oh yeah, I was going
to ask you about Pizza Expo.
Well, I'm planning on going. It's how am I fitting these 2 together, and how long can I go for? That's the key. But when I get back to New York, I just go visit different guys, and there's so many good pizza guys. So you got the city guys, and you know, you get there, and you ever get a chance to do Scott Wiener's tour.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's great. But there's so many guys that you've never heard about.
Yeah.
You know, And that to me is something that I'd like to go see those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I'll go to Una Pizza Napolitana and Joe's and Scars and Pizza Loves Emily and, all the different guys. I'll go because they're good pizza. And selfishly, and my wife will say, is this a regular vacation or is this a pizza vacation?
It's all the same.
It's always pizza. It's always a pizza vacation. But I like to go outside and find these guys. And
mm-hmm.
what I learned in Naples, because I was there for about 40 days, and I set myself, I was by myself, I train all day, and then every day after training, I would go to a different pizzeria. They have about 1,400 brick ovens in Naples. Yeah, and I mean, they're right. Every little neighborhood, even the streets have, one street to the next. And so I went out and man, there's so many good guys out there who will never get the recognition because they're not on the main strip or they're not in the right town. Mm-hmm. Some pizza writer or food writer just doesn't. There's a place called Di Napoli. I stayed at a place called Fuori Grota. It reminded me of Queens, New York in 1970, a very rugged, rough place. And this was a third generation pizzeria. And that pizza was phenomenal. And he'll never get in a magazine. He'll never be written about. That's just him, and I like to find those guys.
We like to find those guys too. So
right,
guys and gals across the U.S., if you've got a story to tell, you need to come on out. We want to.
They do, and they're worthy stories, right? Yeah. These guys are worthy. They're out there doing it. They don't happen to be on the main thoroughfare. Guy Fieri didn't go to their neighborhood, and it's like, but they're doing it every day to the best of their ability, doing it from their heart, and you can make pizza from your heart or make pizza from your wallet, and in there, you're going to find a quality difference. And you got to make money. It's a business. I understand that. But when it switches from here to the back pocket, things change. But there's guys out there, girls out there that are doing it from the heart, doing amazing things. And this is the beauty of pizza today. This is the beauty of Pizza Expo and the internet is the access.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many people. I don't know who to stop following. I'm like, oh, this guy looks cool. Oh, this guy, follow. Then I go look at my feed and I'm like 8 hours trying to like because wow, you've caught up 2 hours.
We feel that.
Yeah, right. But I think what you guys are doing, if I can just plug you for a bit, I think I think what you're doing is important because I didn't know there was a family, right? I found a family. I didn't know the depth of my culture and the help available, the camaraderie, the insight outside of this publication and this expo that went on. And it has opened my eyes. And just listen, if I never open a pizzeria today, I'll be that guy walking around Pizza Expo, just checking everybody out, watching, Anthony Mangieri make pizza over there, his little, thing there, and sitting in Tony's class, and
And I'm right there with you. If I ever left pizza today, I think I'd still have to go to Pizza Expo because, I mean, they're lifelong friends now. And like last year when we had to cancel it, I mean, it broke my heart. I mean, it broke my heart. It broke a lot of people's hearts.
We had a missing piece in our life. I mean, it really was a missing piece for us.
I think for everybody. What are we going to do now? What? No Expo. Now what? I'm stuck.
All my connections and my people back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's why this year's important, so by every and all means, I'm going to try to be there. And the continuing of the building of the family, because I think there's so many people that could and would benefit if they knew and to go down. For me, I can't see myself not going to the expo. I mean, I can't, if you're a home pizza guy, if you're a backyard pizza guy, if you're an enthusiast, if you're just, a lover or desiring to go in, this venue has been created from the magazine, from the publication, from the heart. That's just so beneficial to go and And to have somebody look at you, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Where you at? I'm over here in Michigan. Wow, I'm over here. So what are you doing? And wow, it's just instant connection. And there's just, pizza is so much more. I think you brought in your pizza horizons, the competitions, the styles of pizza, the phases of pizza as you're seeing, Detroit, the Roman, Pinza, all the different kinds. You're like, wow, that's a great idea. Well, I can maybe do that. I can learn that. And there's so many seminars. There's so many free seminars. There's so many free classes. It's like a treasure chest. I'll take some of this. And there's just so many good classes. Mikey Bausch, always fun to listen to Mikey Bausch. There's so many guys that just, I can sit here and name them for hours and hours. There's so many people that I have learned from. And if I get one thing out of that lecture, man, I'm that much stronger. I'm that much more knowledgeable, and I've never left Pizza Expo disappointed, unmotivated, and without knowledge. I'm always happy. I'm always motivated. I'm always like, I'm going to try this. Look at this. I just found this. I got this one day. This is a Nutella, right? This is recipes from the Nutella company on a flash drive, a thumb drive. And it's like, there's all these little things, like, wow. And then I open it up, it's like Nutella with bananas, Nutella this, Nutella. I'm like, how can you go wrong at Pizza Expo? You walk away with a plethora of knowledge of people.
Well, since you're in between projects, if you want to be our PR guy, I mean, it's you're doing a better job than we can do.
Speak from the heart. If you sell something you believe in, it's people get. I do. I'm not saying it because you come online. You could ask Pete. I've known Pete for years. I love the magazine. I love the Expo. I am going to hit you up for some back issues that I'm missing. There was a little gap, and I got this.
We're missing a lot too.
If we're still out of the office, so
yeah, I'm waiting, but I keep right behind.
Nice.
Keep a hold.
I might be asking you for some copies then. We got some missing copies as well.
That's our favorite thing, is when we travel to pizzerias, is going in and see, like, we will see the library of Pizza Todays in their teeny tiny office. It's also in a broom closet usually. They'll have their Pizza Todays in there.
It's nice to see, because I mean, so you lose track of that sometimes when you're sitting here making the magazine or whatever. That it's that is such an important tool.
The tough thing is when you're running a pizzeria is to get the time to sit down and read them, and that was the tough thing. Now it's like, okay, I'm sitting. I got the highlight on. I rip pages out. I photocopy pages. I got a big pizza book, and I get all these special ones in there. But it's anybody that's aspiring, whether it's your backyard or to do commercial. I mean, this path of Pizza Today, and I have to make my confession now, as I'm a pastor. I came up with a fake pizzeria name just to get the magazine back in the day. I forgot Tommy's New York Pizza.
We've never had anybody do that.
You're not the only one, that's for sure.
I'm like, I got to get this magazine.
That's great.
But it's been beneficial. It's an exciting world out there. It's exciting where pizza's going. It's exciting as COVID is waning and what's going to happen. It's exciting. What guys are doing with flour, with fermentation, with toppings. There's a kid, Sirhan Ian, in Queens.
Yeah, he's great.
He's awesome.
He does, his dad owns pizzeria. He's working, I think, in the tech industry. And
we need to get him on the podcast too.
Yeah,
you need to get him on the podcast because he's an excellent pizza maker. But I look at some of the stuff he puts together, and I'm like, wow, bro, that is some beautiful stuff, and people are doing great things. And I think you have to get away from that regional. The Italians are the toughest, and the New Yorkers. And I'm New York Italian, but they are the toughest critics and toughest guys getting stuck. We only do this, but I'll tell you what, I'm looking at a lot of these guys in Naples, and they're starting to, what is that you put on your pizza? What is this now? And they are getting out of the box. But I think we have to get out of that regional box and be open, to see. There's so much more to be done. There's so much happening. I think it's like a pizza renaissance, the age we're in.
Yeah.
I think the dark ages were, this. And,
right. And there's a lot of negatives to social media, but one of the positives is you're seeing so many different styles on your Instagram feed and getting inspiration from that. I mean, I think that's a large part of the growing of the pizza industry.
I grew up in Long Island, so Connecticut was right across. New Haven pizza was, you either knew about it or you didn't. But that today, New Haven pizza is coming to light, that everybody's starting on. It's a fantastic pizza. Fantastic, it's different. And it's right. I mean, Connecticut and New York, they're right there. And just the difference between the immigration of the Italians and how they came, and the morphing of their pizza as opposed to down a block in New York. And it's so good. But everybody's got that story. Detroit, I've been doing a lot of Chicago tavern or bar style pizza. Yeah. I don't post a lot. They don't look good. They have a crust. It's but I've been just enjoying that. Roman. There's so much going on, guys, and there's so much to learn. And we got to get out of these stereotypes and embrace what is really pizza. What is it? You ask a Neapolitan, you ask a guy from Brooklyn. You're going to get it. But is it really that? I'm shocked to go to New York and see Pizza Loves Emily, something like a Detroit style, and see some of these different styles where it was just standard. And New York has flourished in that way. They've embraced it. There's some fantastic pizza makers out there doing great things. And more power to them. I hope I can add my little 2 cents in time to come and contribute in some way. In the islands over here, but guys, I'm just enthusiastic about all of it. So.
We can tell. We love it. We love your enthusiasm.
Yeah, absolutely.
You definitely
brought the fresh air for sure.
And we honestly can't wait to see what's next for you. What and after this, where you're going, and we wish you the best of luck with it, and we can't wait to see you at Expo at some point.
See you at Expo. We'll see you at Expo.
Doing everything I can to be there. So, but hey, how about Pizza Expo Hawaii?
I'd be down.
I would be really down for Pizza Expo Hawaii.
I don't know if our budget getting everything over there is a thing, but
You got pizza pasta East Coast. You can have pizza pasta extreme West Coast.
Right.
Guys, thank you so much. You guys have been, I love you guys. I love what you're doing. I'm happy to be part. I'm looking forward to seeing you down at the Expo and everybody else.
Yeah.
Just want to encourage everybody, if they're listening and watching, that if you haven't been there, if you're wavering, go. Mm-hmm. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for your time today.
So much, Tom.
It's just a kick in the butt I need as well.
From Hawaii. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Thank you.